big-time Panthers win. Nas, you guys go to 2-0. Obviously, the start you guys want. Just kind of talk me through this win. Obviously, real big-time win, winning in the upper 30s tonight.
Yeah.
Just kind of talk about it.
Yeah, so it really started in the locker room. Really started a couple of days ago. We just had that mindset that we wanted to come out and do what we did essential to them. And we just wanted to shut out. We didn't want no points given up on defense. And we didn't want no big plays on offense.
We'll get to yourself, but the defense as a whole, anytime you pitch a shutout against anybody, it's impressive. Just kind of talk about what went into that and what you see out of the defense today.
Yeah, so we've been playing in this the whole week. The defense, we've been playing in the shutout. We've been working as hard as we can in practice, learning everything that they do, and we just wanted to execute.
For sure. Then you talk about the offensive side of the ball. You guys come out the gate, running the ball hard. Just what went into that opening drive, and how'd you guys? What were you able to do to keep the gas down the entire game?
The run was perfect. Our O-line, Preston Daisy, Antonio Salazar, all of them, they really executed our run game for us.
Yourself tonight, huge. You get that off the first touchdown to get the squad really going, then yourself, you get a pick six. What are you able to do just as yourself, just to be able to make plays offensively and defensive side of the ball, just making things happen?
Yeah, I'm just out there doing what I know I can do.
First 2 weeks, you guys go Central, St. V, 2 big wins, but it really starts to get tough now. You guys got to go into tough Harding, then you got federally play with Lake McKinley. Just kind of talk about what's the mindset in the locker room, just to keep the gas on, just keep things going.
Yeah, Warren Harding's a pretty good team, but we got that mindset now that we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna go out and do what we did to the first 2 teams, to Warren Harding and the teams after that.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
With head coach of the Perry Panthers, Spencer Lino, after a big-time win, coach. 2-0. That's what you guys obviously want to do, starting out on the right foot. Just kind of talk me through this win. Huge fashion, too. In the upper 30s tonight.
Yeah, and first time being at home, with our new staff and our new system we have in place here. So obviously the kids were very energized about that. But I'm happy with. I thought we started faster. I thought we need to work on maybe sustaining some drives offensively. But I was proud of the way we ran the ball offensively. And then defensively, the shutout is always a good thing that we want to celebrate. But again, I told the players just a few moments ago, we're not satisfied with this by any stretch. We got to keep pressing forward, keep learning, taking coaching, and building up the film.
You talk about the Sparrows team, you talk about guys that can play both ways. Obviously, we're going to start with the defense tonight. Like you said, pitch a shutout. You got guys like Nasir Foster. He gets it done. Touchdown on the offensive side and defensive side of things with a pick six. Connor Shepard, we saw him last week. He does the same thing this week. Just hits, defensively, and is just running the football well out the gate. How, helpful was it for you guys that you guys are able to have guys that are just being able to do everything on both ends of the ball?
It just shows how multiple some of our kids are here. And, you got to be in shape to go both ways. We do have some guys going both ways, but they're football players. There's never any complaining or guys asking to take themselves out. We got to do a good job as coaches of being smart with the limitations and that sort of thing. But I think you're right. I'm proud of the way how hard they play on both sides of the ball. I'm not favor one or the other.
Week 1 to week 2 is kind of the biggest thing of growth that you see. Obviously, the run game was still dominant. They came to on, obviously throwing football at a very high level. Just kind of talk about the growth that you've seen out of this team, especially on the offensive side of the ball from week 1 to 2.
I think we're just continuing to get more confident. And week in and week out, I think we're getting better at the way we practice. And those are the 2 most important things. I think if we take care of those things, it's going to be fun on Friday night.
As you look at this, schedule, you got Central, you got St. V, and then it gets tough next week. You're going to Harding, then you got Lake, federally play starts to kick up. What's the message to you guys in the locker room just to keep the gas down and just keep going?
Yep. Trust the process. Don't look too far ahead. Continue to play the next play. That's what we keep preaching to our guys.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.